Welcome to Toffee TV. Everton have played their third pre-season game and finally have a victory after defeats against Arsenal and Minnesota United in America. They've come back home and beaten Blackpool 4-2 in a decent little win. Great start to the game with 2 goals in the first 10-11 minutes. First of all from McPartland and then from Tom Davies. Both good goals. First one, a great cross from Patterson. So McPartland hit one on the volley. It was a nice goal, actually. Lovely to see full-backs combine with each other, or wing-backs even. And the second one was Solomon Rondon, clearly miles offside, put a decent cross in, and Tom Davies knocked it in to give Everton a 2-0 lead. And it was a good start. It was solid. We were working hard. I think the other night against Minnesota, I think we started quite well in that game as well, but we just couldn't get a finishing touch to some of the chances we made. I think there was one early on in that game where Gray, I think it slid in and just missed one, or it might have been a Wobie actually. And then, but in this one we got the goals early. Took the sting out of the game. I do think that back three really helps. Tarkowski's use of the ball as well really helped as well. Rather than going short into midfield, he was playing cross-field balls, and I thought that, to me, that looks a lot more of effective use of certainly getting the ball into the areas we want to, and that was Spring and Patterson getting forward. Who's been, people have been talking about him. Certainly there's something about him going on loan as well. We'll have to wait and see. Listen, he's not, I think, had the best start to pre-season, but it takes time. We saw that with McPartland last season. It takes time to become a Premier League footballer. And you look where McPartland came from in January, and look at, I think, now where people look at him and think he's going to be one of our better players this season. But I think that three at the back, Tarkowski, Yerry Mina, and obviously Ben Godfrey adding the pace there. I think that's the three I think a lot of people would want to start if we're starting with 3 at the back and those 2 as our wing backs. I think it gives us a little bit more balance, especially when we really are lacking a number 6 to take the ball and be in control through the middle of the park. That's just not going to happen at the moment, and I think you saw that. All 4 goals in this game came from crosses. We give away a stupid goal just before half-time. Decent shot from outside the area, and Jordan Pickford, who's had a bit of a rough start to pre-season, palms it straight in the air for the lad to knock it in at the second attempt, and that meant we went in at half-time 2-1, where really we should have been a little bit more clearer with our control of the game. As I say, I do think Jordan has started a little bit shakily. I think he's been making mistakes that he won't make, I don't think, during the season. I think once he gets, I think these are just, it is pre-season. This is the time to get those out your system. He has gone to throw one, push it over the bar, and he's caught it wrong, and it hit his hand square on and just looped up into the air. We come out second half, and again we were bright. Delhi got a tap in, one that he should have scored the other night against Minnesota. Let's be honest. They get a soft header from a corner, which is disappointing to see. And then Dele Alli got another goal from a Patterson cross. And as I said, 4 crosses, 4 goals today. And yeah, that's good. That's good for confidence. And obviously, they kept on having a goal, but the side started to change a little bit then as the sub started to come in. But Everton going to have to find other options on how to score goals. It's good that we have scored 4 today, and they've all come from crosses. But we're going to have to try and make more opportunities down through the centre of the park, because for Premier League defenders, it's that's their bread and butter, the crosses and into the areas today that we saw them. It was only a pre-season game, of course, but we're going to have to find other ways to play, and we're still very, very light in that midfield, and I'm sure the manager is tearing his hair out, wanting the players to come in. But so far we've had no luck. So listen, today's a good confidence booster. Great for everyone who was there. A lot of Evertonians in the ground. and that's good for them. They finally got a goal all the way to America to watch 2 games and never got to see a goal. But that's really good that we have scored 4 goals today. Confidence will be there. Don't forget, it's only a couple of weeks till the season starts. We've got Dynamo Kiev now on Friday at Goodison. Hopefully there should be a lot there, and hopefully we take it up to another level, another hard week at Finch Farm. And you could see that today because the manager's words, on Wednesday night against Minnesota, it wasn't just a case of, it's a pre-season. The manager was clearly very unhappy at what he'd seen. He wasn't willing to do any media with anyone outside of Everton as well. That showed that he wasn't in any mood. He wasn't prepared to speak to anyone. He wasn't in a mood to speak to anyone. But that's not a bad thing that he's angry, because he will have got it across to the players that wasn't good enough, because it wasn't good enough. People can say, it's only pre-season, but Everton were awful on Wednesday night after the first 10 minutes. They were so sloppy. The goals they conceded were really, really poor. And he will have said that to those players today. You need to get out there and you need to show that you're Premier League players. And there's a lot going on around Everton at the moment, and we're still in July. Fan protests and the media, once again are all over it. And Everton have got to sort themselves out. They've got to get the players in. First and foremost, they've got to get the players in that the manager demands to make the side better, because this side is not good enough. The squad is not good enough. We're talking about competing in the Premier League. We're talking about staying away from the bottom 3, 4, 5, 6, when Everton should never be talking about things like that. We should be looking at teams around the top 7 and being, look who they've got. And yeah, you're more worried about who Leeds are bringing in or Brentford are bringing in, and that's not a position I want to be in whatsoever. I want to be looking, thinking, we're competing with this team for that player, because that'll take us to the next level. And we've got to pull our finger out and bring in some players that are going to make the squad better. Of course, it's got to make the squad better. So, big couple of weeks now for Everton to get themselves sorted off the pitch, get some players in that Frank Lampard really wants, that he believes that can make this team better, because the squad's not good enough. I mean, look at it today. No Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Rondon starts. When he goes off, it's a mix of Dele Alli and Anthony Gordon for who's playing up front. That's nowhere near good enough for Everton football. Nowhere near good enough for the Premier League. You need proper centre forwards who can put the ball in the back of the net. So, as I said, it was a good run out today. Confidence-wise, it'll help them. But, this squad needs more depth. It needs more quality. And hopefully we'll get them in the next couple of weeks, because we've got a big game against Chelsea a week Saturday at Goodison Park to get us going. And the games come thick and fast after that. They really do. In August, what is the 6 games in August, something like that. So the games come thick and fast. There's no. It's great to say, the window doesn't shut till the 1st of September, but there's a lot of games between then and the start of the season, and Everton have got to get themselves going really fast, because look at last season. We got ourselves going really fast, and that was those points we really relied on for a large part of the first half of the season. So we want to get off to a really good start, which means having the players in the manager wants. That means working with the players for a little bit before the season starts, or certainly, for the first month of the season, he'll want to be working those players, getting them bedded in. So hopefully that happens now. So good confidence booster today. Good run out. Players, I think, look a lot. Those 3 at the back and those 2 wing backs looked a lot sharper today. That has to be the starting back 5, if you want to call it a back 5. I think, because Seamus Coleman's not going to make it back anyway, and Patterson should be pushing on for me. He's going to make mistakes, but now that Mikalenko is bedded in, I think it's an opportunity to bed Patterson in on the other side now. And listen, the manager knows more than me. He knows whether he's ready for it. We'll have to wait and see. But that middle of the park and also the centre forward area, we have to try and get reinforcements in. Players who are going to be certainly in the field starting games. But I'm more comfortable with that back 3. I think Tarkowski looks like a leader. Yerry Mina, obviously, if he stays fit. Michael Keane, for me, nowhere near it. Holgate, nowhere near it. I suppose Mason Holgate could be a backup right back or a backup right wing back, but for me, he hasn't got the ability to get forward. But that back three, I think, is the back three I would go with, and I think there's a nice mix there. But in that midfield area, that's where it's going to be. That's going to be really where we need to bring players in. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on the performance today and what we need going forward in the next couple of weeks before the season starts. So give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and join us tomorrow as me and Baz will be talking more about this game. Join us over on Toffee TV Premier. The link is in the description, and it's on the screen right now, and it'll stay on the screen. Thanks for watching. See you later.